What's up? It's Jeremy with Elevate Body, fitness professional. Today's video is going to be how to build bigger biceps for beginners. Real fast, if you're new to the channel or if you've been watching and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the little red subscribe button now and ding the bell next to it so you'll be notified of any new content that gets released or if I decide to go live. You don't want to miss out on any upcoming videos, so go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I get approached by a lot of beginning weightlifters who don't really know where to get started. But one of the main muscle groups that I always get asked about are biceps. How do I get started building bigger biceps? All right, so first off, it's really important that you know the anatomy of the bicep. So we have our short head of our bicep, we have our long head of our bicep. So we want to be able to target each of those heads so that we're getting a nice, good, round development. I'm going to give you 3 exercises that you can literally perform every time you go to the gym. It doesn't matter what order you hit these in as long as you do them and do the right sets and rep ranges, and that you are fatiguing your muscle, that you're breaking these fibers down so that the muscle can repair, and that's what ultimately causes the muscle to grow. So the first exercise I want to show you is a standing alternating dumbbell curl. I really love this exercise. I've been doing it for years. I've probably started half of my bicep workouts with this exercise. All right, so the first thing you want to do is make sure that you choose a weight that's right for you. I mean, remember, you're a beginner, so don't try to go to something that's going to be way too heavy for you. You want to be able to lift it and control it so that you're getting a good squeeze on your muscle. So don't just go grab something just trying to show off for the girl that's standing over there that you think is watching you, but she's probably really not, but who knows, she might be. All right, I'm just going to start with some 25s. And look, it's really important that you keep the tension focused on your bicep. So whenever we're at the top, there's no tension. Whenever we're at the bottom, there's no tension. It's just hanging there. So you want to make sure to get a good squeeze on your muscle and don't go too fast. Keep it slow, that you're keeping time under tension, because that's what's going to help the muscle grow. So as you're doing these, I would try to do a 3-set with a 10 to 12 rep in a 10 to 12 rep range. So don't be swinging. That's not going to help. That's just going to probably hurt your back, or you're working some other muscle that you don't need to be working. Okay, remember to squeeze your bicep the whole time you're doing this. You want to keep it flexed as well. And once you've done 10 to 12 reps on each side, go ahead and set the weight down. And how long should we rest in between doing our sets? Usually about 1 minute to 2 minutes. Give you time to check your text messages or whatever it is, and then get right back at it again. So we're going to do 3 sets of that. So you're going to be doing a total of anywhere from 30 to 40 reps. So that'll be plenty on that exercise. And now let's move on to a different exercise. So another exercise that I really like is a standing rope hammer curl. I like this, that it's on a cable system so that you're going to have constant resistance all the way throughout the exercise. That constant tension is what's actually going to help our muscle grow. So unlike a free weight where there's times that there won't always be tension, this is different. There's always going to be tension, and a lot of it depends on how you actually perform the rep. So I'm going to show you that now. All right, like our standing alternating dumbbell curls, we want to choose a weight that's right for us. Again, nothing that's too crazy unless there's a super hot girl around, and then just kind of stand by it with the pin in a really heavy weight. But when she's not looking, we fix it and put it on a weight that we can actually do. All right. So I prefer to do it with my thumbs on the top. It doesn't really matter. You can hold it like this if you want to. I just like to do it this way. All right. So kind of want to arch your back a little bit, stick your butt out, and really squeeze it up. And again, we don't spend too much time at the top, and we don't spend hardly any time at the bottom, because now there's tension that's let off. So keep the tension on it, and it's the constant resistance using the cable machine. And we're going to do like we did the alternating dumbbell curls. We want to do 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps each. Good squeezed and controlled reps all the way through the workout. Just like that. And once you get your 10, 12 reps in, we set it down. We rest for about 1 minute, 2 minutes, check your phone, text your girlfriend, your wife, husband, whoever it is, and then we get right back at it. All right, another exercise that I really like is a seated bicep curl machine. It's really difficult to mess this up. It only has one motion it can go in. It can be messed up. I've actually seen this messed up by people either being too low down, they got the seat too low, or they got it up too high. It's all weird looking. So I want you to be in a controlled, aggressive approach. Keep a good aggressive approach, but to where that you're comfortable and that you're keeping all the tension on your biceps and still able to get a good squeeze, not all out of control looking. And when you do this, and this is important, guys, this is important for all the exercises. I'm going to show you. Whenever you're doing your curls, don't bring your wrist up like this. Don't do this. That's going to place more of the tension on your forearms instead of on your bicep. Don't do that. What you can do is keep them at a neutral approach or even back forward so that you are able to keep the tension on your bicep. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's go back over here. I'm going to show you how to do this. Remember, we're going to do 3 sets at 10 to 12 reps. Controlled movement, not too fast, not too slow, because again, at the top, there's no tension. At the bottom, there's no tension. Keep it controlled. Don't go too fast. Just enough, and squeeze your bicep on the way up. I say squeeze, that's so important that you're actually squeezing. By squeezing, I mean actually flexing it as you're doing the exercise. Not too heavy of a weight, one that you can control. And on this one, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. I want you to do a 4th set, but on this 4th set, we're gonna do a drop set. So keep the weight where you're at, that you're able to do 10 to 12 reps. So go ahead and we're gonna knock out 10 to 12 reps. Once you get that 10th to 12th one in, what I want you to do is drop the weight a little bit. And this is easy on this machine because it's controlled just by a pin. That's what makes it really nice. So we drop our weight, we go right into doing 10 to 12 more. We don't waste any time, we go right at it. So we knock out our 10 to 12 more reps. Guess what? We're dropping it again. This time, we go until we're smoked. So just keep going until you're so fatigued that you literally cannot lift another one. Guess what? Once you hit that level, you're done. Okay, so you might be thinking, Jeremy, I don't have this cable system to do the rope hammer curls. Guess what? That's okay. There's an alternative. We can come over to the dumbbell rack. We can perform the same exercise. We can do dumbbell hammer curls. So you can do them the same way that we did the alternating dumbbell curls, but instead of keeping our palms open like this time we're just gonna rotate our wrists so that it's up and down. So we're still doing the hammer curl and just targeting a different part of our bicep. All right, so you can go ahead and do 10 to 12 reps of those just like we did on the rope hammer curl. Okay, you might be thinking the same thing, but Jeremy, I don't have a seated bicep curl machine. Guess what? That's okay. There's an alternative you can do. We can come over to a straight bar and do a straight bar curl. The only problem is you're not going to be seated on this one. You're going to have to be standing. So remember, keep the tension on your biceps throughout the exercise. Don't let it sit at the bottom too long. Don't let it sit at the top too long. Keep a constant motion going and keep a good range of motion so that you are letting it all the way down, but you're not letting it stay down too long. And we're going to do our 10 to 12 reps of this, and then at the end, you're going to do a burnout session. This might be a little heavy, like this is a 45-pound straight bar. This might be a little heavy for a lot of beginners. I mean, I know a lot of people that have been lifting a while and still can't lift this much weight. So just grab a bar that's lighter. Like, I mean, there's 15-pound bars. There's multiple weights of bars. You may not want to go straight to a 45, but the concept is still the same. You're going to do it just like we did the seated ones. You're going to do 10 to 12 reps for 3 sets. And then on that 4th set, you're going to do a drop set. So now you'll have weights on the sides and you'll just drop those weights off the sides until you cannot do another rep. You're completely fatigued and you're done with your exercise. Also, I know I make a lot of jokes about texting or doing whatever in between your exercises or sets. Remember, I'm just joking, but I know I'm also a realist. I know that you're going to do that, but I know, like, I take pre-workout, you probably take pre-workout, or you are eventually going to take pre-workout or some other supplement. So remember, that will be metabolized. So if you're wasting your whole exercise on your phone or doing something else and not focused on your workout, then you're really just wasting that product. You're not getting the most effect or benefit from it. So even though I make a lot of jokes like that, that does not mean I actually want you over there on your phone the whole time. So keep that in mind. All right, that wraps up our video on how to build bigger biceps for beginners. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the box below. I try to get back to those as soon as I can. And I hope you found this video educational and really enjoyed it. If you did, help me out by hitting the little thumbs up. It really helps me and the channel grow so that I can produce more content for you. All right, until next time.